Hello, Carpe Sows fans. Just a little bit of business to get out of the way for the post-surgery hog guess contest. For those who guessed that I would be shooting a hog on April 17th around 9:30 p.m., Buy American came in close at just 15 minutes away. Will came in close within an hour. And Tom Gee came in close at an hour and 15 minutes. All of y'all are getting t-shirts. And Mark Sanderson, you're getting a t-shirt as well because you thought that I was going to be out hunting just 3 days after my surgery. I appreciate the optimism. And as far as Carpe Analysis, the Trauma Diaries, they will be returning with some new ammo in the near future. Just real quick, a shout out to some fans of mine. I want to give a shout out to Brianna, Aubrey, Bob, and Tolly. Thank you all for watching. And Carpe Sows, I tried getting into this pasture just a couple nights prior during the rainstorms and it was just too muddy. The landowner had called. He said he'd resurfaced his field, which looks great, but the hogs had hit it and were doing all sorts of damage. And here I'm panning across part of the field looking at some of the damage. Some of this is damage from before the rain and now damage after the rain. This is coming around the south side of the pasture along the fence. And here we've got some very fresh rooting that was probably from that morning. And finally, a proof of life picture from my wife. Here I'm posed in front of some damage that was done just before the rains. Well, it didn't take too long before I spotted some hogs with my handheld. Got a brief clip of this hog out in the distance before it disappeared behind some trees, so I started my stalk down the hill. Looks like I've got a small sounder of hogs. Got some juveniles and some adults. And there in the distance, up in the left-hand corner, looks like maybe more pigs in the next pasture. And definitely some pigs down here in front of me. At this point, I have the benefit of the winds being in my favor, so the hogs aren't smelling me. And despite making noise coming through the grass in some areas, they're not hearing me either. Now, this hog on the ground that you see in the center of the screen, it's going to be a sow that's nursing some young. And there's a boar coming in from the left. And tonight I'm going to be shooting my Lone Star Armory TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced. And through it I'm going to be shooting some Remington Core-Lokt bullets loaded by Druid Hill Armory into Starline brass that my buddy Denny provided for me. Alright, it's here. I'm getting ready to shoot. I've got a boar in the background, a sow in front. I'm going to take this sow when she moves over in front of the nursing sow. And I'm going to start with her because she is upright and then hope to pick up the nursing sow when she gets up. She's going to be much slower. At least that's the plan I have in mind. As always, we want to shoot as many sows as possible. Alright, here we go. Four hits and she is down and done. And here comes the best shot of the night. That was a 35-pound shoat at 145 yards. Just that quickly, got 3 hogs down.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
The first sow of the night came in at 100 pounds. She was followed by the larger 155-pound sow that was nursing, and then the 35-pound male shoat. A little while later, I'm back at the truck. I text the landowner, tell him I've got some hogs down. I take a look at the window and I see this small group of hogs coming up the hill, moving fast towards me. Interestingly, this group is being led by a small sow. Now, people like to make a big deal about shooting the lead sow out of a group of hogs. I never know which sow is the lead sow. Sometimes they say it's the biggest hog, sometimes they say it's the hog in front. Well, this lead sow that is out in front is not the biggest hog, and as you'll see, there's a much bigger hog to come. So as far as I'm concerned, the only way to shoot the lead sow is to make sure that you shoot all of the adult sows. Now that largest sow has made it off in the distance. I thought she'd go down, but she's made it just over the hill. And I connect with one of those shots. And the next shots appear to be in the dirt. I don't want to be shooting far over the horizon, so I'm going to have to go after her. So to start off with, got a 115-pound sow down that did the little flip in front of me and an 8-pound piglet. And the initial sow that I shot made it through the fence, called the landowner to make sure I could shoot on the other side of the fence. It is indeed his property. And there's the original sow. And she collapses right there, and she is done. I made it around to the large sow. She started to stand up. She appeared to be crippled from one of my follow-up shots. A couple quick shots right here, and that finished her. She was the largest hog of the night, coming in at 170 pounds, and was pregnant. Carpe sus, my friends.